So last time we took notes, we talked about our units of length. We talked about how we measure length using a ruler. The last thing to talk about before we can move on here and do these next two labs is about area. So part of what you're going to have to do is find the area of a two-dimensional shape. And this is something I'm sure you've done before. The two formulas that we'll have to use, area of a rectangle, area of a circle. Who knows the formula to calculate the area of a rectangle? Talia?
Length times width.
Length times width. How about area of a circle? David?
Is it width? Oh, what's the thing in the center called? Diameter times radius?
No, that's something else. What is that?
Or perimeter?
That's the circumference. Christopher?
Area times pi, radius squared.
Area equals pi times the radius squared. Pi r squared is the formula for the area of a circle.
How does that even work? Yeah.
What does squared mean?
Times two.
Well, times itself.
What does it definitely not mean, Dan?
Times two.
Times 2. No, does not mean times 2. Means what? Times itself. Okay. Now, as we complete the next labs this unit and throughout the year, often the instructions are going to say when you're solving a problem using a formula to show your work. And we need something maybe a little different than what you would think. So I don't need to see your long math work, your multiplication and division and so forth. When we say show your work, here's what I need every time. First step, you write the formula you are using. Second step, you write it again, this time substituting in the correct numbers for the variables. Third step, you calculate on your calculator if you want your answer. And you always include a unit with your answer. Those are the steps. And if you don't follow each of those steps, you will lose points each time you're asked to do this. This is an area people often forget to do correctly, and it ends up costing them points when we do our labs. So as an example, some simple examples just so you know what I'm looking for. We're going to calculate the area of this rectangle. First step, who remembers from 5 seconds ago? First step, Richard. Write the formula. Area equals length times width. We may abbreviate, that's fine. We have several ways of abbreviating multiplication. What are they? Just putting them next to each other. I don't really love putting the x there because sometimes people might think x is another variable. What other things can we do? Parentheses. Yeah, a little dot. All those things work. All right, area equals length times width. Second step, who remembers from 12 seconds ago? Jeremy? You substitute the numbers. In this case, area equals, what's the length? Emily? 6 what? Veggie burgers? 6 centimeters, yes. Width equals? David?
2 centimeters.
2 centimeters. There's my second step. Third step. Who remembers from 27 seconds ago? Third step. Mateo? Calculate the answer. Did you do this? Did you need your calculator? No. Mr. Richards would be proud. What's the answer, Mateo? 12. Last step from 37 seconds ago? Christopher? Yes. What is the proper unit for this answer? No.
Centimeters?
No.
Centimeters.
Richard?
Centimeters squared.
Correct. When we're working in units, what you do with the numbers, you do with the units. So here we multiplied 6 times 2 to get 12. What's centimeters times centimeters?
Centimeters squared.
Centimeters squared. The units for area are a unit squared. Centimeters squared, or could be meters squared, depends on the units you're plugging in. All right, that would get you full credit if you did all those parts. Okay, another simple one. First up. Emily?
Find the area equals length times width.
Yep, area equals length times width again. Second step. Ready?
Plugging the numbers,
Plug in the numbers. What are they?
5 and 5,
5 what?
5 centimeters.
5 centimeters times 5 centimeters. Final step. Dan?
The area is 25 centimeters squared.
Correct. Got it?
Yeah.
Area of a circle. Last example.
Oh,
First step. Drew.
Break down the units.
Not the units.
Oh, the formula.
Formula, which is?
Pi times the diameter squared.
Eh. Not quite, but close. Talia?
pi times the radius.
Pi times radius squared. Second step. Sandy. What's that? Substitute our numbers. What are they? Raise your hand, please. Richard?
I 2.5.
Yep, 3.14 times 2.5 squared. Order of operations, which do you do first?
The parentheses.
The exponent.
Oh, the exponents.
There's nothing within the parentheses. Yeah, exponent first. What do you get for an answer? Give me your final answer. Henry? Got a calculator?
6.25
Balls of falafel?
centimeters.
Centimeters cubed. Why? Centimeters cubed. Centimeters times centimeters, centimeters cubed. 19.625 centimeters cubed. Richard?
Whenever we find the area of a circle, do we just round pi to
So, yeah, good question. When you're using pi for any of your formula, you will get slightly different answers. If you just type in 3.14, you will get a slightly different answer than if you press the pi button on your calculator. Either one is fine. Because we're going to be rounding our answer. We usually did the 10th place, and it shouldn't affect that. When you just type in 3.14 versus typing the pi button, which gives you a greater value of pi? Emily? Yeah, because what does typing in 3.14 assume? David?
That it stops.
That it's off, that it's zeros after that. Pressing the pi button gives you what? 3.14? All right, good. All right, any questions about these steps to follow when solving these problems? All right, now let's move on.